Karen Bass channeling LaMonica, the Los Angeles mayor. She's getting sued, and she may just actually find herself being indicted and facing up to 17 years because you don't do stuff like this. But, you know, Karen's trying to push her weight around, not as much to push, but she's doing her best. Here she is taking off yesterday afternoon for the park, MacArthur Park, where they had ICE agents trying to round up people that are here illegally. It was believed that there were some gang members, et cetera, there. It is kind of a lousy place, by the way, that park, just in general. It's not exactly where the kids go to play soccer, like Gavin Newsom wants you to think. It is not exactly where the kids go to play on the playground. It has become infested with all the kinds of things you don't want, right, in a park. But anyway, lots of drugs and horrible stuff like that. Here's Karen coming to the rescue. What is that, like a flute or something in the background that they're playing? You can see she's got all the media around her because she has to, right? She's going to make this into an opportunity any which way she can. And so Karen's there to say, I'm in charge. I'm going to fix this all for you. I'm going to get it all sorted out, except it didn't really go down that way. In fact, it may have backfired spectacularly, similar to what we saw with LaMonica McIver there in Newark, New Jersey. Here's Karen Bass yelling about how she's got to fix all this.
I am going to say,
Mayor Bass, I need to get my phone and we're departing.
Okay. All right. Karen Bass.
Mayor Bass.
Any comment, Mayor Bass?
Thank you.
Mayor Bass, any comment?
Yes, my comment is they need to leave, and they need to leave right now. They need to leave because this is unacceptable.
Who did you speak with?
Just wait and see.
Mayor Bass,
They will be leaving soon.
Mayor Bass, who did you speak with on the phone just now? Who did you speak with on the phone?
I had a customer.
Wow.
They need to leave. They need to leave now. They need to leave because it is all just so unacceptable. She's really picking a fight here with the feds. She did send out, she tweeted out a little bit of video saying like how inappropriate this was because they were out there on horses, heavily armed, federal agents doing what she was classifying as some kind of immigration sweep. And she was really unhappy about that. And she said, as soon as she heard this, she had to jump into action. So you see, well, you know, they're on horses, making their presence quite known, shall we say. And as soon as she got wind of this, she said she was jumping into action. She was coming to the rescue. And that's when she went down there and she said, stop, you got to get out of here now. And I'm not so sure that they bought it, right? They kind of just continued on with what was happening. And so now Karen may find herself in a situation very similar to LaMonica McIver, who's now facing up to 17 years in prison. Of course, Karen just said a lot of stuff, which is a little different than what LaMonica did, right? Well, we know that, right? Because LaMonica was actually really pushing the weight around quite literally. Yeah. So this is the video that you've seen a zillion times, but I keep playing it because it's just really something to see. She's pushing her way through the crowd because she wants to break through into the Delancey Detention Center there in Newark, New Jersey. The idea being that she's going to make sure that everything is just great for people who have committed crimes and are here illegally, and she's going to come to the rescue. And so that was the reason LaMonica was doing that. And she got caught, of course. She's facing now 17 years, similar to what we might actually see there in LA with Karen Bass. Don't forget, the DOJ is already suing her. So she's already in a whole bunch of trouble. LaMonica, of course, like still has not woken up. She still doesn't understand how they could possibly arrest a congresswoman like LaMonica McIver. Like she's untouchable, apparently.
Yes.
What was it like to be in the courtroom?
I mean, there was a mix of emotions to be there. I mean, obviously, you know, this is a crazy situation. I never thought I would be facing charges as a sitting congresswoman. It's a scary situation too, because I'm thinking of my mom. I'm thinking of my mom who was there with me, who's like stressed out about this, right?
That's a stressed out thing
correct.
for a mom.
When they're saying that you're going to face 17 years in prison, I'm thinking about my daughter who's 9 years old. I'm thinking about my husband, my family, and it's like, oh my God, this is awful. But at the same time, it's like, I'm not going to stop doing my job because I know why I was there and I know why I'm being attacked. And so definitely just a mix of emotions during that period of time. And at the same time, I was happy to see it moving, you know, going through the process that it's going through today. Obviously, I pleaded not guilty because I'm not guilty. And I'm looking forward to the next time being there and having the facts all laid out and really getting through this process because it's also stressful, right? I mean, at the same time, I'm leading, I'm doing the work of the people.
Oh, and then she goes on to tell you how expensive it is too. So, you know, if you want to cough up a few bucks, go for it. You know, I'm just saying, LaMonica, if it was going to be that stressful, maybe you should have thought of that before you got out there and did what you did, because I actually see this as actually violating the law. I mean, call me old-fashioned. Call me old-fashioned, but that, you know, doesn't look like something a sitting U.S. representative from Congress ought to be doing, all right? No, you know, Karen Bass, she went down there and she spouted off a few words because she wants to try and make it look like something. I mean, LaMonica's actually physically, you know, pushing her way through. So they have something in common, but still different. At this point, however, though, you're still looking at the possible impediment of law enforcement, right? That's the issue, to the point where, you know, in LA, they got to actually bring in horses, people on horseback. I mean, you can't go in there, by the way, as a single ICE officer, given what we know is happening, right? You consider what happened in Texas just yesterday and the horror there and all the pressure that ICE officers are under. You can't go in there as like one or two guys because there's potentially some bad stuff that can happen. So perhaps that's one of the reasons they did this, or maybe they did actually want to be making it known to the state of California, hey, California, we're in charge when it comes to immigration. And the fact that you're sanctuary, that doesn't matter anymore because there's this little thing called the Constitution and we are in charge of naturalization. Yeah, and we also got jurisdiction over you through the Commerce Clause, through the Supremacy Clause, through a whole lot of clauses, all right? And so you can forget about it. But they sent these horses.
Yeah, all right.
I mean, it's something to see, right? There's a lot of horses there, and so the Los Angeles mayor decided to pick this fight with the feds, and I'm just going to say it's really not a fight that you're going to win. And we know you're not going to win because, hey, just look at LaMonica, who is getting indicted. She tried to pick that fight, and she's also not winning. But again, LaMonica being really, really brazen about it. In Karen's case, she's just saying a few things, but it almost doesn't matter. I'm still going to say this. If you're impeding law enforcement, are you impeding law enforcement? I'm starting to sound like Tom Homan, right? When he's going after AOC. If you're impeding law enforcement, that's actually kind of a problem. I mean, if you're LaMonica and you're doing this, it's a bigger problem. Just ask Tricia McLaughlin over at DHS.
We should let viewers know there will likely be more arrests coming. We actually have body camera footage of some of these members of Congress assaulting our ICE enforcement officers, including body slamming a female ICE officer. So we will be showing that to viewers very shortly.
You say a video of members of Congress body slamming ICE
That's correct.
officials?
That's correct, sir. It's disgusting.
Okay, and so if you have that video, are you suggesting that members of Congress will be arrested who were there yesterday?
This is an ongoing investigation, and that is definitely on the table.
Who has the video?
ICE does, and we will be releasing that very shortly.
Okay. Let's talk about...
Okay, so here's my question. Knowing that Alina Habba charged LaMonica with 1, assaulting, 2, impeding, 3, interfering with law enforcement, a violation of Title 18 U.S. Code Section 111A1, couldn't the Los Angeles mayor actually also be charged with maybe not assaulting, but impeding and interfering with law enforcement? And if so, is she running the risk of 17 years in the slammer if she's convicted of that? I mean, it's a big if, of course, whether or not she's convicted of it. But again, you've got to remember that you can't actually stop this from happening, as Kristi Noem so brilliantly said. And you know what? Obama said the exact same thing. Exact same thing. It sounds a little better coming from Kristi. She looks a little better too, right?
My only question to you, I'd say a question back to you is, which laws in the United States should be enforced and which ones shouldn't? I mean, my job, here's the deal, guys. My job is not to pick and choose which laws we enforce and which ones we don't. We have laws in this country, and they matter. If you want the law changed, go to Congress. When's the last time you went to Capitol Hill and told your senator or representative to change it? That's what they need to do. This is the perfect time for Congress to make a decision on how they want people in this country to be able to have an opportunity to come here legally and to fix this.
But you know what? That's not actually happening, right? And so instead, they just want to take the law into their own hands. And you can't do that. You're the United States of America for a reason. We have a Constitution, and the federal government has certain powers because of this.